Thank you, Mojang. Very cool. How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna start making these little videos where I play Minecraft and talk about stuff. I know you're probably thinking, oh, Roman, you're so bad at Sky Battle. Also, this gameplay is pre-recorded. Unsubscribe. And you're absolutely right on both counts. But in my defense, one, you're probably not subscribed anyway. And two, I have COVID right now, and the coffee makes it really hard to keep a live commentary without going into fits every 5 seconds. And for the quality of the video, I had to make the sacrifice. I'm sorry. But I am also expecting some sympathy points. So, like anyone with coworkers, I must confess that I have a deep-rooted resentment for mine. And I'm gonna tell you why. For the past year, I've been sharing a subject with another teacher. Now, when I say teachers, you might be picturing us as two wrinkly old people with arthritis, and since that mental image is a lot funnier than reality, I won't ruin it for you. Now, we usually teach twice a week. She teaches one day, I teach the next. Once in a blue moon, we might even do a class together. Now, I learned very early on that it is impossible to send her a message and expect a reply. I don't mean a fast reply, I mean any reply, ever. Can you see some of the issues that might arise when you can't even schedule the class division for the week? Yeah, more than once she has replied to me on the day of class at 4 a.m. Like, I thank you for taking the time away from your party or whatever to tell me that you don't want to teach today. That's very considerate of you. It's not like you had days to do that while I sit there with my thumb up my ass preparing for the other class I teach, wondering if I need to add another to the list. The worst offense as of recording this was this week. So for context, I was spending my time off with my parents for the whole month of October. I only stay in the city for university, which I graduated from earlier this year, and teaching, which I was on a break from until November. My parents live in a small town with a lot more trees and stuff. It's really nice. Meanwhile, my apartment in the city is like this gray, smoggy, depressing, lonely pit of despair where dreams go to die. And this is one of the nicer apartments I've seen, so the bar is set really low. And granted, that is mostly due to really expensive real estate prices, but also because all the buildings in the city are so old. They're so old, they have arthritis. They actually do. It's not even a joke. All the pipes keep bursting. All the pipes. Every day for the past 5 years that I've lived here, there is a pipe burst in one of the floors, and I'm all day without water because they need to fix the pipes. And then they charge us a lot of money for living here. I'm living in this like one big scam, and I have no choice but live in it and be scammed because the other choice is like, oh, guess I'll die. And I think that perfectly summarizes what capitalism is all about anyway. But yeah, let's carry on. I'm going off track here. So yeah, back to the coworker. Our classes resumed on the first week of November, and coincidentally, I got COVID on that same week. So then I was like in a bit of a tricky situation. COVID hit me hard, man. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the past 3 years, but this thing is no joke. Now, I had the same symptoms as my 60-year-old dad. If we didn't have 4 vaccine shots, we might have been game-ended, unironically, but those booster shots came in really clutch. Booster shots are like the real-life equivalent of a notch apple, to put it in nerd terms. There was enough time between me getting COVID and me getting back to teaching that I wouldn't infect anyone, because then I was going to teach on the second week. I would only miss the first class of that week, but that's fine because nobody cares about the first class of the week anyway. Nobody's hyped for that. Everyone's hyped for the better one with the better teacher. Anyway, I came back to the city to wait until my people needed me and they called me. I had already said on the week prior that I would teach the second class of that week, but then after my sick ass traveled all that way, very sick still, this was like on the first week still, right, that I came to prepare and settle in, and then I get hit by the text. The one text that could have ruined everything for me at that point. So we've been preparing these kids for like the SAT type things if you're an American. I'm not American if you haven't noticed already, but yeah, we've been preparing them for those types of exams so they can get into university. I'm teaching an exam that will only happen at the end of the month, and my coworker is teaching one that's going to happen on the second weekend of November. So she sends me a message out of nowhere, without any prior preparation or explanation or any sort of scheduling, completely disregarding anything I had set up until that point, telling me that she wants to take both classes this week since her exam is this weekend. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, you couldn't have told me that like, I don't know, several days ago before I came all this way while having COVID. Are you kidding me? Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? And I was like, well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Like this is really up to what I should expect at this point. But I really didn't expect it at all. For some reason, my brain just did not see it going this way, all right? And I kind of pushed back on it a bit, but then I was like, yeah, sure. Since your exam is this weekend, yeah, you can have it. You can have it. You can have it. I'm just going to sit here with my thumb up my ass once again, waiting until I'm needed. And every single time I replied to a message of hers, it took her like a day or more to reply. And time is ticking. Up until the day of class, I did not know if I was going to be teaching or not. I did not know if she was going to teach or if I was going to have to come in. On the day of, again. And that brings us to this video where I have COVID. I have not taught the weeks of class that I thought I would, and life is quite miserable. But to look on the bright side, at least I can be garbage at MCC Island. So yeah, the moral of the story here, kids, is never have coworkers. It sucks. I hate it. And if your job requires you to have coworkers, then I am sorry, but you're gonna suffer. Roman out.